gracias por seguir con nosotras en M2. Ivett Salgado, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, Susi, muy bien.
Me gustó lo que me contaste que traes hoy, porque es algo completamente diferente de lo que yo esperaba cuando me dijiste que ibas a entrevistar a James Gunn, conocido por maravillas como Guardianes de la Galaxia, ¿no?
Exacto. La verdad es que yo también quedé impresionada de lo que está ofreciendo, porque sabemos que él está ahora a cargo de lo que es el nuevo universo de DC. Ajá. Sabemos que él es la cabeza de todo lo que va a venir en cuestión de proyectos, series, películas, pero nunca me imagino marcados. Y pues bueno, platicando con él, no podíamos perder la oportunidad de preguntarle y de ver cómo es que la realidad de alguna forma sí se está reflejando en la ficción.
He's pissing!
This is your new task force.
It's been oh so long since G.I. Robot has sent
first animated series in the new DC universe. So why do you choose to start with this story, and what makes these characters unique and worth to exploring in this format? James, could you answer, please?
Well, the first part of that question is very easy. The reason that we're starting with this is because they were written when I took over. So I had long before I took over as the head of DC Studios, Peter Girardi from Warner Brothers Animation came and asked me, do you want to do something in animation? And I love doing.
That's awesome. Then working on a project that blends action, comedy, and animation sounds like fun but tricky challenge. So how do you manage to balance the classic horror vibe of these characters with the overall tone of the series?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I think you try to be honest in the moment to whatever you're doing, so that we don't necessarily try to like say, okay, we're gonna have this much comedy and this much action and so forth. We just try to be truthful in every.
Yeah, and James, we know Creature Commandos takes on missions with some big political implications in this new DC world. How do you incorporate current political and social issues, including the relationship between the US and other countries?
Oh boy, wow. I mean, first, oh boy, that's a hard question. I don't know. That's a good question. I appreciate the thoughtfulness of that question. But I think, really with Creature Commandos, it really is about the story. And although there are big, political things and oppressed characters, whether they're a weasel person or whether it's somebody who lives on the streets in Pakistan who's being taken advantage of. So I think that it really is just it's about the emotionality and the humanity that's happening there first and foremost. And people may put their own political, reading. It may end up being political, but it's not thought of as political. It's just thought of as being about human beings, and it's about the connections that we have and that we don't have, and the connections that we want to make and are have a difficult time making.
Yeah. And also, this is the last one, James. What role do you think that this series is playing in the bigger picture of this new DC universe? And how do you hope fans will react to this mix of genres and styles?
Well, I hope that people are moved by the story of these characters. I think at the end, the story of Creature Commandos is an emotional journey above and beyond everything else. So I hope people feel that. I think that, for us, it's just the first of many stories in the DC universe. It's, obviously the character of Rick Flag Sr., played by Frank Grillo. That character is going to continue. We're going to see him again in Superman. He's going to become an even more important part of Peacemaker Season 2. So they're connected through that character and some other little things that happen throughout the story. You see some other little surprises for the fans that connect the universes. But yeah, I'm just excited to embark on this journey and have people start to take a little taste of what the DCU might be.
Are you ready for the live action?
I'm ready for the live action. Let's do it.
Me llama mucho la atención, Ivett, las imágenes que estamos viendo acerca de esta serie. Es anime, básicamente inspirado todo en anime, pero veo que utiliza diferentes tipos de trazo para contar historias fuertes.
Exacto, y la serie vale muchísimo la pena, Creature Commandos. Ya la pueden encontrar también esta semana, a partir de este fin de semana, en la plataforma de Max, Susi.
Porque no podemos olvidar, y sí hay que ser claros, que pues todo lo que es Marvel es Disney y todo pues lo que es DC es Warner y Max es el mismo grupo que Warner. Es bueno ir haciendo sus mapas mentales para luego poder encontrar las cosas.
¿Dónde
¿no?
está cada
¿Dónde
cosa?
está qué? ¿Cómo pasó
Exacto,
esto?
exacto.
Pero traes algo más.
Vamos a cambiar de plataforma, nos vamos a ir a Netflix para hablar de Keira Nightly porque ella está protagonizando una serie bastante interesante. Esto sí es un live action, es suspenso, pero también es espías y está bastante interesante saber qué significa Black Doves cuando una mujer que es la esposa de un político importante de algún país se convierte en la espía principal de una organización que está buscando intereses con ese mismo país. Y de eso va esta historia.
A ver, venga, ¿qué te dijo esta mega actriz británica, además?
¿Tú lo conoces?
Quiero encontrar a la persona que mató a Jason.
Eso lo sé. Y es lo que nos preocupa.
El mundo no funciona de la forma que crees.
¿Quién eres?
¿Quién eres tú? Helen Webb.
Arriesgaste a toda la organización.
Está muerto.
Helen is a spy who has to balance her life as a mother and as a wife with the dangerous world of espionage. So what was the most challenging part of playing someone who is living such an intense and emotionally complex double life?
I think that's what was so delicious about playing her. You know, she has so many contradictions within her. She is a very loving wife and mother. She just also happens to be a deep undercover spy who's selling her husband's government secrets and is betraying him and is having an affair and is on this quest for revenge. You know, and it was really fun to play this person that can kind of, all of those things can be true at once.
Yeah.
She's quite an extreme character, but I think that's what I loved about her.
Yeah, I love it. So you've mentioned how much fun you had with the combat training for this role. So how do you physically prepare for the action scenes, and what skills did you pick up that you never thought you need as an actress?
Well, I don't know about never thought I needed as an actress, but it was definitely the first time that I'd done action in nearly 20 years. So it was, and do you know what? And I really enjoyed it. It was great. It was an amazing stunt team. I got to do sort of boxing and bits of jiu-jitsu and Filipino knife fighting, which does have a name and I've forgotten what it is. So all of that, and then kind of trying to do these choreographed stunts. It was great fun. It was a lot of fun. We laughed a lot. But I don't think I could do it now. I think I've already forgotten how to do all of it.
So the plot of this series blends action, espionage, and deep emotional elements like loss and betrayal. So how do you tackle the challenge of exploring these emotional layers while keeping the intensity of a spy thriller?
Well, I think that's what was fun about the whole series, and I think that's Joe Barton, the writer. That's his skill, you know, because I think it's a really fun, silly piece of entertainment. I mean, but it also has this kind of melancholic, very real depth to it. So, I mean, he's got this wonderful ability to kind of walk that tightrope between big entertainment, sort of slightly cartoonish and funny, but also have this texture of the melancholy, sort of loneliness, which I feel like is in every good spy thriller. You know, you need that kind of the cost of their deception. And I feel like the whole season is about, or series is about, sort of Helen and Sam questioning their life choices. You know, they've decided to become this undercover spy and they've just decided to become an assassin, and they're maybe realizing that wasn't the best thing that they could have done, but they can't take it back. I sort of loved the fact that you could kind of do all of those things with one series.
Pues como pueden ver, hay variedad, grandes entrevistas como siempre. Ivett Salgado, gracias.
Gracias, un gusto.
Y de verdad, es muy difícil estar cachando todo lo que hay, así que déjenos hacerlo por ustedes y traerles las voces de los protagonistas y de los creadores.
Así es.
Pues ya nos acercamos a los últimos programas de este año, pero vienen todavía cosas muy
muchísimo más.
Así que muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Ivett Salgado, Susana Moscatel, todo el equipo de M2, todo el equipo aquí de Milenio Televisión. Gracias.